you're back again.
Yeah, I wanted to make up for last week. Sorry, Mr. Kent, but that bus was going way too fast.
Your boyfriend drive like this?
Oh, Alex, no. Alex is so completely different.
You are officially on vacation.
I was going to surprise you tonight, but it's a cruise. Caribbean.
This almost seems too perfect, doesn't it?
Don't miss step on your feet.
I swear I am never leaving the house again.
Seems odd.
Yes, it is odd. They're abandoning ship in the middle of the night.
LAPD. What? Somebody find the captain.
The captain is dead.
Who is running the ship? Oh, yeah. I am. A position charges throughout the ship.
Where is he?
He's everywhere.
I've been in worse situations than this, and panicking does not help. Trust me.
I know who you are.
I know you too. How are you going to stop me now, my friend?
That was odd.
What kind of cop are you? You're going to get us all killed.
He's taking us right into an oil tanker.
Man! Oh, let's bust the transmission like a car, because I've done that.
Slowed it down, but you're not going to stop her.
Yeah. Atriz do Velocidade Máxima 2, Sandra Bullock. Hello, Sandra.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you. It's a great pleasure for us
Oh,
to
thank
be
you.
with you here.
Thank you very much.
Well, bom, o Walter vai fazer a tradução simultânea aqui. Walter, yes? And it's your first time here in Brazil?
Yes, my first time.
Primeira vez dela aqui. Vamos lá, começar as perguntas. Quem tem? Garoto, fala.
Queria saber o que ela sentiu e se ela esperava quando ela ganhou o prêmio de mais gostosa do MTV Movie Awards.
I didn't get a prize this year.
Eu não recebi prêmio.
Before.
Oh, well, I think it was a mistake, but I'm not going to give it back.
Eu acho que foi um erro, mas não vou devolver o prêmio.
Garoto, fala.
Tipo assim, as cenas de perigo, ela gosta de fazer ou ela usa um dublê?
Yes, I did all my own stunts in Speed. I don't know why. I'll never do it again. But at the time, it was a lot of fun. Now I know why race car drivers and insane men do the crazy things. I sort of felt insane for about 6 months. Yeah.
Eu fiz todas as cenas perigosas do filme. Hoje eu não faria de novo. Mas hoje eu entendo por que esse pessoal que tem que pilotar carros, por que eles correm tanto perigo.
It's true that you hate water to swim.
Why?
Que ela odeia água. Na verdade, o filme todo é passado em água.
Yeah, I used to hate water a lot. I sort of had to get used to it, whether I liked it or not.
Eu não gostava de água, mas tive que me acostumar com isso.
Ok.
Eu gostaria de perguntar que repercussão que teve nos Estados Unidos o fato dela ter dirigido um ônibus, o que no Brasil uma mulher dirigir é como um preconceito muito grande.
Uma ótima pergunta.
Any response in the US?
It's very common in the U.S. to drive for women to drive buses and to be in the same position as a man. I didn't realize the repercussion it would have overseas until a year later, and actually it was very well received. People thought it was kind of funny.
Nos Estados Unidos é muito comum as mulheres dirigirem ônibus e terem outras profissões que os homens fazem. Fiquei surpresa até com a repercussão que isso teve fora dos Estados Unidos, mas é comum.
Bom, quando te disseram, okay, when they told you that you had to come to Brazil, what did you think about it? Do you ever have been to Brazil? Is this the first time? What do you think about being here for the launching of a movie?
Okay, you don't have. I know what she said. That's okay. I had been to Iquitos about 5-6 years ago. I spent 2 months right on the other side. And I'd always wanted to come to Brazil, primarily because of the music and the sort of the flavor that I'd always been really attracted. Why do you go down here? What's down here?
Tá falando pra você não ficar alugando ela lá tão embaixo, né? Você tá muito sabidinho. Very smart girl.
So I really looked forward to coming to Brazil. And so far, we haven't been able to go out as much as we'd like, but tonight I expect to do a lot of damage downtown. So.
Bom, a pergunta então, qual era a expectativa do Brasil? Já havia passado uma época em Quito, acho que uns 6 anos atrás. Não tive muita oportunidade ainda de conhecer o país, mas hoje à noite eu espero detonar.
Fala, garota.
What was your best character?
Qual foi a sua melhor atuação?
Melhor papel.
É.
Okay. It all depends. Like every time I do something, a year later, I could not have done it. So every character that I play sort of is who I am at that time. So if I grow, sometimes I look back and I hate the character because I'm embarrassed about myself. But while I'm doing it, I really love it. So I don't really have a favorite one, but I have a favorite experience on a film, and but not a favorite character.
Depende muito do papel e do momento. Um ano depois pode ser que eu vá detestar o filme que eu fiz anteriormente, mas tinha muito a ver comigo na época que o filme foi feito. Eu tenho sim um trabalho favorito, mas não um personagem favorito.
Sandra, I would like to know about you if you think the same as the movie A Time to Kill, when you were completely against death penalty, you know, if you're against or in favor of it.
Death penalty is an incredibly difficult subject matter because it depends on each situation. When you look at a heinous crime and the cruelty that a human being can put onto someone else, the things that people are capable of doing, you think beforehand, no, I'm not in favor of the death penalty, and once it happens, you find yourself caught right in the middle. Each and every time, I'm caught right in the middle. I don't think killing another human being is right. I don't think it's not within our right to kill another human being, but we have to find a punishment or a way of rehabilitating or dealing with those situations, because a lot of times these people who are truly evil get away with murder most of the time. So it's a difficult situation. I've heard the arguments for the death penalty and against. I myself do not find it within our right to kill somebody, so I would have to say I don't believe in the death penalty.
Bom, a questão é sobre a pena de morte.
Se ela concorda com a personagem que ela faz em Tempo de Matar, que era totalmente contra a pena de morte. Então a resposta aqui é uma questão muito polêmica, porque obviamente, mesmo se teoricamente você é contra a pena de morte, quando acontece um crime hediondo, você passa a considerar essa questão. Mas eu diria que de antemão eu sou contra a pena de morte, basicamente.
Do you have computer in your home?
Yes, I do have a computer. I have the one that travels with me everywhere.
Eu tenho um computador que está sempre comigo quando viajo.
É porque a rede ela detona com computadores. Aqui, garota, fala. Microfone, rapidinho. O tempo está terminando.
É mais difícil fazer drama ou aventura?
Difficult. Both of them are difficult for different reasons. Adventure, you have to keep your energy up. A lot of times there's nothing around and there's a complete screen that's blue, and you have to pretend that all these things are happening. So that's really, really difficult. There's nothing there, and you have to pretend like a big boat's coming at you, and you look like an idiot. Drama is emotionally harder. It all depends. They're both equally as hard, but for completely different reasons.
Ambos são muito difíceis. Filmes de aventura, por exemplo, requer muita energia e às vezes você tem que rodar num cenário que é só uma tela azul e você tem que fazer de conta que vem vindo um barco na sua direção e tem que ficar gritando, você parece um idiota. Já em filme romântico, envolve mais a capacidade de interpretar. Ambos são difíceis.
Alguns filmes norte-americanos, eles abordam muito o tema violência. Isso traz consequências principalmente para os jovens. O que ela acha sobre isso?
I think you're absolutely right. I think if you're going to deal with violence, you should show it in its true form, because I think it's glorified right now, where at the end of the film you don't feel like people have suffered and there's consequences. I think if they show violence in its true form, people would not want to repeat what they saw on screen. When you see real-life dramas that are sort of documentaries on violent happenings, nobody wants to repeat that, but I really feel film does glorify violence, and I absolutely feel like it should be addressed. You're right.
Eu concordo com você. A violência tem de ser mostrada da forma real, como ela acontece, e não glorificada, como muitas vezes a gente vê no cinema. Se você mostrar a violência de uma forma mais documentada, eu acho que as pessoas não vão querer repetir aquele tipo de violência que elas estão assistindo.
You've made a movie with the great director Roger Corman in the beginning of your career. Has that movie been released, and how important was it to your process of learning as an actress?
It was the first film that I received after leaving school, essentially, living in New York. I didn't take the film because I thought I was going to do a good job, and I took it because I was able to go to the Amazon for 2 months. The story was something I thought I could work with, and you basically learn. It's a difficult thing, the film business, because no one can explain to you how to work within that tiny frame. And that film gave me the ability to make my mistakes. I was able to be in this incredible environment, which changed me for the rest of my life. But I was able to make mistakes and learn, because you don't get that opportunity. You don't get that in school. So, you know, you have to learn how to hit a mark, which is a little piece of paper on the floor. So if you miss that mark, the camera, you're halfway out of camera, and sometimes they can't redo the shot. So half that film, sometimes I'm out of frame because I completely missed my mark. So it was a good learning ground for me, and it was a wonderful opportunity.
Olha, esse filme foi uma boa oportunidade. Foi logo depois que eu acabei o curso de interpretação e me deu a oportunidade de filmar 2 meses na Amazônia, que o cenário era na Amazônia, e eu pude aprender muito com os erros, né? Basicamente foi isso.
Bom, quando você falasse a ela que, na verdade, o Brasil parece agora que está na rota dos lançamentos, dos grandes lançamentos cinematográficos norte-americanos. A gente tem tido quase que simultaneamente os lançamentos nos Estados Unidos feitos aqui. A gente teve aqui recentemente o Chris O'Donnell, o Joel Schumacher e vários outros atores estarão aqui. Como é que ela está analisando essa questão e o que houve de real mudança no comportamento de Hollywood em relação ao Brasil?
I don't know what's changed, but what I do know has changed the American market is the influx of films from outside of the U.S. I think the films that have come from Europe, from Brazil, from other countries have considerably influenced and bettered our films. And once we took cognizance of that, I think we realized in order to do that, we must go back into the countries and pay respect to the countries that influenced our filmmaking. So I think it's now just our horizons are broadening everywhere. I think people's minds are also opening up to what kinds of films they want to see. Some people don't want to see American films. So I think maybe now they want to see some of these wild, crazy.
Eu não sei muito bem o que mudou, mas uma coisa que certamente mudou foi que houve um influxo muito maior de filmes de outros países da América Latina, da Europa, que passaram a ser mostrados nos Estados Unidos, e isso influenciou muito a maneira como os Estados Unidos veem os filmes e a melhorar os próprios filmes. E uma forma de vir ao Brasil é até uma forma de pagar um tributo ao fato de que os filmes até daqui acabam melhorando a qualidade dos filmes de lá.
Ok. Bom, está terminando.
Nós sabemos que os problemas brasileiros relacionados à pobreza, à violência, têm grande repercussão nos Estados Unidos. Eu gostaria de saber como que ela encara a situação do Brasil hoje.
I think there are tremendous amounts of areas in the United States that deal with the exact same problems. I mean, I lived right down the street from one of the most, in my childhood, and where I lived in LA is very close to some of the most violent neighborhoods that there are with the drug problems, murders, children carrying guns. It's everywhere. It's absolutely, as I've been traveling around Europe, you find those areas everywhere. It's a difficult issue to address because it seems to get more and more out of hand rather than being controlled because the ages get younger and younger. I think the Brazilian problem is exactly the same as the problem in the United States. I think we're all dealing with exactly the same thing. So the effect that you feel that the Brazilians' problem might have on the United States there's no effect. We don't look at it as anything bigger because we have the same exact problems.
Olha, os problemas que acontecem aqui no Brasil acontecem em qualquer outra parte do mundo, inclusive nos Estados Unidos, onde eu cresci e próximo da área onde eu moro, nos Estados Unidos, em Los Angeles, existe muito problema de violência, uso de drogas, e é um problema que está fugindo cada vez mais ao nosso controle e afetando crianças cada vez mais jovens. Vocês talvez achem que o problema seja mais do Brasil, mas é um problema que permeia todas as sociedades.
Sandra, fazer o segundo filme, a continuação de Velocidade Máxima, sempre é uma emoção nova. Qual é a emoção que você sentiu? E se você sabe por que Keanu Reeves não aceitou o papel, como você fez questão de continuar?
The thrill in Speed 2 was much more than the thrill in Speed 1 because I was able to be equally as insane as the guy. So the experience that I had on this film was that I got to do all my own stunts and be in St. Martin, this incredibly beautiful island, for 6 months, and we were underwater most of the time with the sharks, and sometimes we couldn't breathe, and sometimes something would go wrong where we almost got killed, and Jason had to rescue me. So it was really, every day you didn't know whether you were going to die or not, and that to me was really thrilling sometimes. And the reason Keanu didn't do the film, he shouldn't have, because he just finished a huge action film before Speed, and as an actor, he didn't feel that that was right for him to do 2 action movies in a row. So his decision was absolutely right, and I supported him in that. But Jason was so good, and he was a different guy, but just as sexy and great and funny, and so it's two different men, but each of them have their own special thing.
A emoção de fazer o Speed 2 foi maior do que no primeiro até. Primeiro porque você já tem experiência e eu tive a oportunidade de fazer todas as cenas de perigo do filme. E eu pude desempenhar um papel que era tão louco quanto o papel do rapaz, do mocinho do filme. Então a gente às vezes tinha de nadar no mar, a maior parte do filme era rodado na água, então às vezes tinha tubarão e o Jason tinha que me resgatar de dentro da água, então você nunca sabia nem se ia sobreviver. O Keanu Reeves não pôde aceitar o papel porque ele havia acabado de rodar um filme de ação e para um ator não é bom fazer 2 filmes de ação, um logo após o outro. Mas o Jason também é um cara ótimo, sexy, etc.
Bom, o tempo terminou. Gostaria muito de agradecer a sua presença aqui. Thank you very much.
I have to say, we do a lot of press where we go all over the world, and especially in the United States. We do these things called press junkets where you sit down and everyone is supposed to, many journalists ask you many questions that they find are very important. You soon realize that they are stupid and they're not important at all. But these have been the most intelligent questions I've been asked in years, and you guys, your minds are incredible. You guys should be very proud.
Toda vez que se lança um filme nos Estados Unidos, é feita o que eles chamam de coletiva de imprensa, em que muitos jornalistas ficam sentados fazendo perguntas. E essas perguntas geralmente são bem idiotas. Mas com vocês aqui eu fiquei muito surpresa. Foram as perguntas mais inteligentes que me perguntaram nos últimos anos.
Thank you, Sandra Bullock.
Thank you very much.
Ok, obrigado.